And our conversation with Wes Wertz and Hazel Johnston brought to you by Marcus and Mack, a law firm representing injured people. They're both on the lines with us this morning. Wes, Hazel, good morning.
Good morning, Todd.
It's good to have you both with us here today. Hazel had to go to the alternative plan here, huh, Hazel?
Yes, I did.
Hazel's on her neighbor's phone with us. The neighbor knows, don't they, Hazel?
Oh, yes.
Okay, that's good. You didn't break into their house or anything to get on their phone.
No, I didn't. I called this morning and said, hey, I'm coming over.
There you go. There you go. Well, Wes and Hazel, if you're on together, we must be talking about Wreaths for Indiana County Veterans, correct?
Correct.
All right.
Correct.
Let's learn about the program again this year. This is, I don't know how many years, 4 or 5 of this, isn't it?
This is the 6th year.
This will begin our 5th year. We started in 2015.
Yeah. Well, there you go. Wes, go ahead and outline what the program is all about. What happens with Wreaths for Indiana County Veterans?
Well, Todd, we place a wreath at the entrance of every cemetery where there is a known veteran buried. That covers all the men and women across the county. And currently, our cemetery total is at 185. When we first started the project, we were at 177. So you can see it's an ongoing and growing project.
Yeah. What'd you do? Find a bunch more cemeteries, huh?
Yes. What we do is we keep our eyes and ears open as we hear of someone passing and everything, or people report to us that they were buried in this cemetery that we didn't cover before. So now we add them to the list and find another volunteer and make it happen.
Yeah. Okay, so when's this year's?
This year's project will be on December 12th. And at that point in time, we do a formal wreath dedication ceremony at the Indiana County Courthouse Veterans Wall. And at the same time as that wreath is being dedicated, throughout the county, numerous volunteers are placing wreaths at the entrances of the cemeteries. And at the same time, we ask that churches participate by ringing their bells if they have them.
Yeah. Well, that's tremendous. Hazel, let's talk about not only why we do Wreaths for Indiana County Veterans, but how people can get involved and be a part of this effort.
Well, we definitely can use volunteers. They need to check in with Wes to make sure that there's a place for them to take a wreath to, because people have volunteered from year to year, and they come back and say, I'm going to do it again. And then what they can really help us is making a check out to help us. And so I have the information. Can I give that to you now?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay. You make the check payable to ALA, unit number 141, and it's mails to Wreaths for Indiana County Veterans, Post Office Box 45, Kent, PA, Kent, PA, 15752.
Mm-hmm. And this, of course, will help to offset the cost of getting the wreaths and really help with getting veterans recognized at a very special time.
And they look so nice, and they stay so nice through the winter time, because they stay up from the time they put them up in December until about Valentine's Day. Then we ask volunteers to go back out and get the wreaths taken down and get the stakes returned to us.
Mm-hmm. And the wreaths they're created locally every year, right?
Yeah, that's what's really neat. We have our own Indiana County Christmas Tree Growers Association, and they coordinate with us to get the wreaths ready for us. And a big red bow is on them, and a little information card is also on it, so everybody knows what's going on.
Wes, of course, you're with the American Legion here in Indiana, and it's a really big deal for the Legion to get involved in this. I know that the members are very, very pleased to be able to do this, aren't they?
Correct, yes. And I think it's important to note that while the Legion is a big aspect of it, there are several other groups that are helping us make this project happen. Mm-hmm. We also partner with the VFW post-1989. As Hazel mentioned, the Indiana Tree Growers, the American Legion Auxiliary Unit 141, Indiana County Tourist Bureau, and Indiana County Chamber of Commerce.
Yeah.
So it isn't just us putting this on. There's so much help and moving parts that go along this process.
Absolutely. And it's such a great program. Now, a big part of this, of course, is the fact that so many people get to participate in it. But all of those organizations coming together really make it seem as if this is something that is embraced by the entire community. Now, the program itself across the street at the Veterans Memorial Wall, is it any different this year because of the pandemic, or is it going to be the same format as always?
It's traditionally, it's going to be about the same format. I'll let Hazel elaborate on that a little bit more as she coordinates some of the program with me. Mm-hmm. But we don't typically get a massive turnout because it is a very cold day.
Yeah.
But we do encourage people to come, maintain social distancing, wear your masks. And like I said, I'll have Hazel elaborate more on her side of things because she takes care of the musical selection as she's the guru there.
All right. She's the what?
She's my musical guru.
I thought you said she's the goober, and I thought, no, Hazel's not a goober. She's a guru. Okay.
Thanks, Wes. I'm very happy to say that the Indiana County Music Educators Association, which is a group of all the teachers of music in Indiana County, do work with me every year, and I check off a different school each year to help us. So this year, I've invited Blairsville, and they're getting back to me this weekend to see what we can do. We try to have 2 trumpet players to play taps, and then we also try to have either a soloist or a small vocal ensemble. So the schools have been taking turns, so there's not a burden on any one school, and it gets us all around the county. And that's been very helpful to coordinate that.
Yeah. And then the program goes off at noon.
And noon, we keep it to 30 minutes because it's either raining or snowing or cold winds.
There you go. And for churches to participate, they don't have to notify anybody at all. They just need to go to church, and at 12 o'clock on that Saturday, December the 12th, ring the bell.
Yes, and some churches and communities have their own service while we're having ours, and some do it a different day, and that's okay too. But it's just nice when you drive to the countryside to see these beautiful wreaths up and to remember the folks that have lost their lives and have served our country.
Yeah, I know. It really is a special thing because we've got several cemeteries we drive by just on our around the house when we're driving home. And you see that thing, and it stands out because it's right there at the entrance to the cemetery. And you're right. It stays there through well, as long as they possibly can. And they stay so very, very nice because they're evergreen wreaths.
So let me give that check information again.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The checks are made payable to ALA, unit number 141, and you mail the check to Wreaths for Indiana County Veterans, Post Office Box 45, Kent, PA, 15752.
There you go. And again, the contact information for folks, Wes, who want to be volunteers?
If they would like to volunteer, they can call me at 814-599-2191. And just know that if we don't get to you as a volunteer this year, I will add you to the list, and you will receive a call for following years. Okay. As we plan to continue this every year as long as we can.
Absolutely. Well, what else? You're going to say something else?
Well, there's just one important note that I'm very proud to announce. That we did some numbers and figures crunching and everything, and just so everyone knows that they make a donation for these wreaths, but the remainder of the proceeds collected for this project then gets donated to the Indiana County Veterans Relief Fund to help local veterans throughout the upcoming year. And to this date, we've donated over $18,000 to that fund.
That's amazing because you're using the funds for the program itself, and then with whatever's left, you make sure that it gets into the proper hands, which is just another measure of the esteem of which we hold our veterans. So there you go, folks. It's December the 12th. It's at noon. There are cemeteries all around Indiana County. You don't have to go looking far to find one, and there's probably one that needs you to step forward. And so Wes has given us the information on that. Hazel told us about the checks. Anything else we need folks to know about this morning?
Let me repeat that one more time about the checks, okay?
Okay, sure.
Okay, make checks payable to the ALA unit number 141 and mail it to Wreaths for Indiana County Veterans, Post Office Box 45, Kent, PA, 15752.
Beautiful. Hazel Johnston and Wes Wertz, thanks for being with us this morning. We'll catch up with you again, okay?
Thank you so much for allowing us to be on today.
All right, have a great day.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
It is the voice of Indiana County, WCCS 101.1 FM and AM 1160.